Good morning and happy April 29th, 2024. This is Cosmic Compass Conversations. Thank you for being here. What we're going to do is we are going to do our breathing. We'll pull some cards for the week. I'll say a little bit about the astrology, and then I'm going to sign off and do a fun raffle with the Cosmic Compass community. So yay. Thank you all of you for who are listening. Thank you for being here, for those of you that are here live, and we'll get started with some breathing. So first things first, you don't have to close your eyes, but if you want to just kind of settle into your body, if closing your eyes helps, that's great. For me, it helps to just bring my awareness back to my body. I put my hand on my heart, hand on my belly. Just take a breath or two, just normal breaths. Drop the shoulders, maybe wiggle out some of the energy. Just find a way to be present with yourself, with your body. And if you're doing other things, that's fine. You can still breathe. Just maybe keep your eyes open. All right. When you're ready, just bringing your awareness deep into your body, all the way down to your root. Taking a moment to thank your body for being here on this planet, on this day. We're just going to breathe into the belly. And when you're ready, exhaling through your mouth with a. And again, breathing into the belly. Exhaling. Bringing your awareness down your legs, down into your feet. Feeling the earth, breathing in, up through the soles of the feet. Expanding the belly. Exhaling. And everything's an invitation, so just go at your own pace. Breathing in, up through the soles of your feet. Filling your belly. Exhaling when you're ready. And notice if there are any images or feelings, sensations coming to you as we breathe in again, up through the soles of the feet. Expanding the belly. And exhaling. Beautiful. And just taking your time and coming back into this beautiful space where we will begin by pulling some cards. I have 3 decks today because, why not, right? Like, why not? Why not have 3 when you can have, why not have 3? So the first one is the Star Child Tarot. And I'm just going to start with that one, bringing in an anchor card. Usually what I do for my birthday, I have a lot of decks, as you can imagine. So I spend about a half a day pulling one card from each deck. No, it probably takes me about an hour. But and then it's kind of like what we did for Wheel of the Year. I put them out and I just kind of just take in the energy, and then later I will go through each of them and journal with them. And it's quite delightful. It's just and I do have a lot of decks, so it's fun because, as with many things, I'll get groupings of the same card, and then I have to pay attention to that one, right? So it's okay. I'm not going to jinx it. I was going to say something. I'm like, no, I think I'll just stop there. Okay. So this is the Star Child Tarot, and it just felt like this was the right one to start with. So. Okay. This is one that comes up a lot, especially during the Janus full moon circle, which is so funny. So here we are. I'll put this up here. And again, King of Cups. And with all the different decks, so I think my main goal with this is, I mean, I have a sense of what it is, right? We all know King of Cups has a emotional aspect to it. It has a sort of an advanced experience with emotions. And I read something about my own astrology yesterday. Just something new that I hadn't read before, and really talking about the levels of emotion that I'm meant to travel through in this lifetime. Not a big surprise at all, but it was interesting to read it in the astrology and then to have this show up today. But again, if there's, this is for you as well, and this is for our collective to be deepening into. And so whatever comes up for you is perfect. It's despite what we might all think, it's really not all about me today, although maybe a little. Okay, and then I'm going to pull from the Light Seers Tarot. I'm going to pull 3 cards as usual, because as you know, I love this deck. And this is again for us collectively this week. So we have the World. Now she does look like she's having a birthday, but she looks like she's having a good time. But again, just what do you notice? And every time we pull a card, even if it's something we've pulled before, there's going to be something else that shows up. Something new, something different, something will strike you that you maybe haven't seen or felt before. But as we gather from all over the world today, I will just say from a literal perspective, that's pretty cool. So I love that. And next one. Oh, I noticed something I haven't noticed before. This one keeps coming up also. I can't remember. I think I pulled this a couple weeks ago. And again, I noticed something different today that I had not noticed before. So interesting. And this is the King of Pentacles. I love it when the cards feel different to me than they have before. So again, as you look at it, what do you notice? What do you feel? What do you sense? So far, I'm liking this. This is working for me. All right, next one from this deck. Oh yeah, this is quite the fun little read for the week. 6 of Pentacles. I just think they're so beautiful, right? So beautiful. And again, it's super fun to notice the things today that I may have not have noticed before. I'll just share one thing. You guys notice the figure 8 in the background, and it's the 8 year. And I've been thinking about our movement for those that were in the embodied the year 2024. I'm just like, oh yeah, I got to do that today because I am an 8 in an 8 year in a dragon year. I mean, come on, this is like the year, right? By the way, if anyone's curious, I wouldn't say it's been the easiest year, but it hasn't been a bad year. It's just been full. And I think all of you can relate to that. Like this has been 8 years are very, very full. And there's a lot about rebalancing in an 8 year. So if something's out of balance, boy, will it show up big time. Okay. All right. Those are those 3. And then I'm going to pull from the Spirit Animal Pocket Oracle. This one. It's a baby oracle. Very tiny. They have them in full size, but I find actually this is really exciting. I got these pocket oracles and I traveled with them last week, and it was super fun to just be able to pack them in a little tiny little thing. So yay for them for coming up with travel size. Okay. Animal for our week. Okay. We have a kitty. I had lots of kitty energy around me today. All the little cats that live next door came by to say hi. Okay, let's see if I can get it to come in. She's really cute if it would focus. Maybe it's too small. There we go. Thank you, Tara. Okay, claim your independence. This kitty's looking pretty good, wouldn't you say? That kitty's looking pretty awesome. And for those of you that knew Magical Sheena, our kitty, I feel like this is her, even though this doesn't look like her, but I feel like this is her coming through and just saying, hello, I'm here. Because it's also number 13. Did anybody else notice that? Number 13. Yeah. So I'm really happy. You know, a lot of times we've all kind of talked about this in different ways and different times, but for those of us that have, you know, that have had heart animals in some form, and I bet you that's everyone here. You know, they may or may not reincarnate. They may choose to stay on the other side. I just thought I thought I'd bring this up because it's relevant to how I'm feeling about this last card. I had a kitty who showed up on my birthday in, oh man, 1980, maybe 1989. And I had been sort of whining that I wanted a cat for my birthday, knowing full well I couldn't have one because we lived in an apartment where I couldn't have cats or any animal. And on my birthday, and I think it was around 1989, I opened the door to go to work. I was teaching, yeah, I was teaching at the junior high at the time, so that I've got the timing right. And there was this emaciated black cat just waiting for me right there on the porch on my birthday. So I was like, oh, this is my birthday gift from the universe. So of course we took her in and fed her and immediately got an eviction notice like the next week, but made some arrangements for her to stay somewhere else for a while. And then we meaning my former husband and I, found a different place to live and were able to have her come live with us. And she probably was around 6 at the time. She lived to be about 21. And, you know, the magic, right? Just having her, and I know you all know this, like, you're like, there's never going to be another one like this, right? Like, this is just, and then I was wondering, would she reincarnate? Would she come back? And then about a year after she passed, my friend who actually, okay, well, okay, you're still in, we're going to make sure you're still in the raffle, and I'll make sure that, okay, somebody has to go soon. So don't worry. Let me make a note. Okay. And I have your email there too. Okay. So anyway, I wondered if she would come back. And then a year later, a friend of mine who actually owns the property that we're living on right now. So it's like all of these magical components, right? Said, we're fostering a cat who had kittens and we thought of you. And so of course came over and looked at Magical Sheena, who had a different name at the time. And we adopted her and one of her kittens. And then that journey began. And I knew immediately Miss Kitty had not reincarnated. Magical Sheena and Zumi were two very different cats, personality-wise, right? There was no way. But I saw her laughing at me from the other side. She's like, have fun with those two. So that journey began. And the Magical Sheena, we had a distance between us because of the divorce. And so I didn't get to see her for a while. And then eventually she came to live with David and me for the last 2 years of her life, which was extraordinary. And she lived to be about 20. She just hung on for 2 more years. And like many of you, it's been over 2 years since she passed, and I could probably burst into tears right now in this moment. You know how it goes, right? If the tears are right there. Yeah, it's just like, how could there ever be any other cat like her? You know what I'm saying? So it happens. And so to get the cat spirit, I think it's just a reminder to all of us that our heart spirit animals they're there with us, whether they're in person or they're on the other side. They are so much a part of our lives. They are here each and every day. And aren't we all tearing up just a little bit right now, right? Yeah, because we know that, Yeah. And some of you have had some really long-term relationships, like really long-term relationships, longer than some other kinds of relationships. So I really want to honor that. I really want to honor that. Horses live a long time. Birds. Do you know that some birds can live to be like 80 years old? I don't know. I mean, that's just amazing to me. Okay. So side note, why are we talking about all this? Well, because the energy of today is very much about deepening into our heart. Venus is moving into Taurus today. Sorry, sorry. Yeah, don't quite work. Yeah. Um, Venus is moving into Taurus. Mars moves into Aries, which is interesting because in my chart, the sun is in Taurus, and Mars is in Aries. My Venus is in Gemini, actually, but nonetheless, it's lovely to have Venus in Taurus for my birthday, having that planet of love and beauty and magic and relationship in Taurus, which is, again, all signs are complex, but Taurus has, I don't want to sound like I'm, bragging or anything. But Taurus is very loyal and very, very connected to the natural world, to the earth. There are some that say Tauruses can be really stubborn. I don't personally know that, but I think that Tauruses are persistent. So as we continue through the Taurus energy, what I would encourage all of us to do is deepen into some more self-love and understand your self-worth. That is probably the hardest journey for any Taurian, but certainly for a lot of us. And some of you have Chiron in Taurus. Some of you have Moon in Taurus. Everyone has Taurus in their chart somewhere. So somewhere in your chart, there's an area where you're working on self-worth and self-value. So I just really encourage us to take this time while Venus is there to deepen into how we can love ourselves better. And, it's funny because we talk a lot about self-care and self-love. And at a certain point, those phrases start to lose their meaning because we don't really, whatever. Someone always says, take care of myself, self-care, self-love, whatever. But I think having Venus in Taurus, having the sun in Taurus, it is really a good reminder. Like, who am I? How do I value myself? And what can I do that will support my journey in a body here on earth so I can be present for others, so I can love better, right? Love is the key here. It's a Venus day, people. So love is really, really important. And as we move forward into the week, we'll remember that. And I am about to transition. So I want to thank all of you for watching this very brief tarot and little astrology session for this week. And I'm going to now say goodbye to some of the listeners from YouTube, and I will regroup with everyone else who is here for our birthday raffle. Pretty excited.